guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm actually in my car, obviously. Let me put my windows down. I'm in my car. This is probably gonna be the last video you guys see in my car in a while. I'm getting my beauty room ready for you guys, that way I can just go back to filming with an actual like background and a little bit more of a different vibe as opposed to just my car. But I wanted to come on here and share with you guys another story time. I know that I left you guys hanging 2 weeks ago when I was telling you that my last story time that I had, and I wanted to just come on here and do a quick video for you guys, just chat, let you guys know how I'm doing. I wanted to see how you guys were doing. A lot of stuff is going to be changing on this channel. I decided to I'm in the process of eliminating my vlog channel and just focusing on this channel only, and putting like vlog content on here. So there's just a lot of changes going on. I'm just, honestly, I'm tired. I have so much work to do all the time. Keeping up with 2 channels has been exhausting, and let alone trying to grow 2 channels. I feel like there's people who still follow me and don't even know I have 2 channels. People are always confused on what I'm talking about when I say main and vlog. So I just want to make things a little bit easier for you guys. But yeah, if you guys are new to my channel, hi, my name is Blanca Yvette, and I do post videos here. I'm not gonna say Tuesdays and Thursdays because I think that might be changing, but I do post videos on here, mommy related, vlogs. I'm gonna start adding. I do story times, just very lifestyle content. So if you guys are interested in that, then make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you guys can join the family. So honestly guys, I have been really working on myself these past couple of days, and I just feel so good. Like, I feel so happy. I feel I've honestly just been in a really good mood, so I feel like I want that to start radiating in my videos again. I have a lot of story times coming for you guys because I know you guys, I don't know what it is about you guys liking me talking for like 30 minutes, but hey, if you guys like it, then I will do what you guys like, you know, because I always get questions. Like, I try to switch up my content all the time, but you guys are always telling me like story time, story time, story time. Obviously a lot of you guys found me because of my story times, so I just want to give you guys what you guys want, you know. But this story time is actually going to be about the one that got away. I had told you guys that I wanted to share this story with you guys because it was like super telenovela vibes and it was super dramatic, and I wanted to just share it with you guys. I have so many stories. I actually made a list of just a bunch of stuff that I wanted to share with you guys and just really have you guys know like bunch of shit that has like happened, because I feel like I said a lot of the stories already. I will link them down below for you guys if you guys have not watched them, but there's a lot of like little stories that I can share with you guys. If you guys are interested in story times and like this vibe better, let me know. But this video, the reason why we named it the one that got away, it's not really because he got away. Like, I just name it the one that got away because I always piss off Ulises and I tell him like, oh, you know, one that got away, the one que se me fue, you know. But honestly, just a little disclaimer, that's not because I like we were romantically involved and I loved him and he left. It was nothing like that at all. I just specifically named him the one that got away. But this story time I am going to share with you guys, so let's just get comfortable and get right into the story. So I do have my green tea with me. A lot of you guys always ask me what I get. It's the venti green tea latte with sugar-free vanilla iced. It's like my favorite. I do get 2% milk. Even though I'm lactose, I already know if I drink all of this I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom, so I need to like drink this slow so I can say my story time. I tried oat milk, I tried almond milk, and I just don't like the taste, so I'm just trying to figure out my life. But just a little history. So this story time, I was about maybe 13 years old. I was super young, and I used to go to Mexico a lot. So just a little background, I used to go to Mexico a lot with my mom. I used to go to Mexico every November and December. We would spend the Dia de la Virgen over there, and then we would spend Christmas out there as well. And then we would go around May, around like Mother's Day and stuff like that. So I used to spend a lot of time in Mexico, and I'm obviously the youngest of 5 children. My mom, for some reason, never forced like my other siblings or anything to go, but I always was the one that was like her little compañera, like for everything. It was like, it's so crazy when I think now. I'm like, I used to be so little, like I was like 7-8 years old, and like obviously my mom, like, you know, she's like your traditional Mexican mom, and she would always like take me with her, and like I would have to like fill out all her paperwork, like, you know how they make you sign like that little form where you have to like say like how many people are where you're staying, and like I don't know what it's called, but like I was so young and like translating for my mom, like, oh, like she said this and this and that, you know, like it's just crazy to me that I was so little and I was like everything to my mom, you know what I mean? So like we would go to Mexico, and like I was like her right hand, you know, like for everything. And I loved it. Like I loved traveling out there. It was like summer vacations for me, you know, like obviously they were like my winter vacations, but Mexico was everything to me. And in case you guys did not know, my mom, she is actually the only one from her sisters who is actually in the United States. So all of her sisters, and maybe like only like maybe one brother is out here, but all of her sisters are still in Mexico. All of her mom and her dad were still in Mexico. They unfortunately passed away. My grandma passed away 2 years ago, but was it 2 years ago? Damn, it's been 2 years already. It's gonna be 2 years in October, but oh my god, I can't believe it's already been 2 years. I obviously was really, really close to my grandparents, and it was just such a nice thing for me to be able to have those moments. You know, I definitely feel like when my grandmother passed away, I was the one who kind of not went through it more, but I definitely felt it a lot more because my siblings, like I said, they never really liked going to Mexico for whatever reason. But me, it was everything, you know. I loved hanging out with my cousins, blah blah blah. So I went for my brother's wedding this time around. So my brother, his wife actually is from our ranch, and he met her out there, so we actually had a wedding out there for him. So I was around, I want to say maybe 13. I don't know exactly what age I am, so to be honest with you guys, I know I was really, really young. I'm gonna have to ask my brother how old I was when he got married, but I was around like, we'll say 11. I just went from 14 to 11. We'll say 11. We'll stick with that. But I was young as fuck. So there was this guy, and he was so freaking cute. Like he was like everything. Like, you know when you see in movies like that boy and then that girl, and then she's like on summer vacation, kind of like The Notebook, you know, it's like summer vacation, you fall in love. Like I swear I think I fell in love by myself, because there was no love story, you know, like the love story was in my brain. So when we went, I met him there for the first time. I saw him there. He was actually like the son of one of my mom's really, really good friends. And obviously, like everybody in my ranch, where we're from Michoacan. We're from a little ranchito called La Presa, Michoacan, and it is a very, 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 very small, poor ranch. Like my parents came from a very poor ranch, and it's still very poor. So like when we you know, went out there, we know everybody, like everybody's family, like everybody knows everyone, because our ranch is literally so small. Like it's like from corner to corner. And you know, so he was the son of like one of my mom's really good friends. So then I was like obviously like super like, oh my god, he's so cute, blah blah blah. Well, this kid was maybe like 3 years older than me, or 4 years older than me. And my mom was like, no quiero que estés hablando con él. Like, you know, like my mom, she's obviously super old school. So she was like, es un marihuano, like no quiero que estés hablando con él, blah 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 blah. And then I was just like, okay, what are you talking about, mom? Like I'm literally just looking, like I'm not even doing anything. But you guys already know how Mexican moms are. Like they think like weed is the worst thing that could ever happen in life, but we fucking drink like crazy, you know what I mean? Like I've never understood that. Even though I've never smoked weed in my life, I still don't understand why we drink so bad. But we think weed is like horrible, you know what I mean? But hey, to each their own. So my mom was like, ay, es un malviviente, like nomás anda de callejero. Like you guys already know Mexican moms. So I just remember that it was obviously my brother's wedding, and then I was just like hoping that he was going to just ask me to dance. And like over there in Mexico, if you guys know, you know, but you go to like the bailes, and if a guy's interested, like that night or whatever nights, you know, you guys go to the bailes, it's like your moments, you know, where you guys get to like see these guys, and then if they ask you to dance, it's because they're interested, you know. So I was just like hoping, like mind you, I'm like like 11 years old. We're sticking with 11, and I'm over here hoping this fucking boy is like asking me to dance, right? So he never asks me to dance. He never like even says anything to me. But then I was dancing with like other guys from Mexico because like obviously I was like la niña del norte, you know, that came from the United States, and like all the guys wanted to dance with me, and like I was never like, "Ugh, I'm not gonna dance," you know, like I love dancing. Like the guys already knew that if I was gonna be at a party, I was gonna be there to dance. So I was like dancing. I just remember like we would just make eye contact together. Like we were just like looking into each other's eyes, like nunca. And then in Mexico, guys, they say like nunca le bajes a alguien la mirada, you know what I mean? Like because then they're gonna think that you're intimidated by them. So then I was like, I'm not gonna bajarte la mirada, you know, like I'm gonna be looking at you straight in your eyes, and I'm like, that could have been you. So I was like literally looking at him like, hello, like I was telling him like in my eyes, like, why are you not asking me to dance, you know? So this is how we met. Okay, so that's just to give you guys a like rundown of how the night happened the first time that I met him. So then I couldn't stop thinking about him, you know, so I was just over there like, oh my god, like he's just so cute. Like I swear every year from the point of me being 11 to about I want to say like 16, it was always like this. Like we never really talked, we never really like vibed like that, because I just like, I feel like he knew not to talk to me because it was gonna be bad. Like my mom would never allow it, but then I knew that my mom would never allow it. I'd probably get my ass beat if she saw that I was talking to him, you know, especially because he was also so much older than me. So well, a couple years older than me. So then when that happened, every year I was always like looking forward to obviously like seeing this guy. Like every year that I would go to Mexico, I already knew like, okay, I need to like dress a certain way because like this person's gonna be here. We're gonna name him Michael, because Michael's gonna be there. And then so my aunt, she actually owns a store, like a store in Mexico, and like I would always go because I already knew that he was there like drinking with his friends and stuff. And mind you, I'm like 14 and he's like drinking, but then in Mexico like kids literally drink. And my cousin's leaving, I'm at my warehouse. So kids drink like, I don't know, like 15, I don't know how old they are, but kids drinking super early, you know? So he's over there like thinking he's cool with his like botella de cerveza and stuff, you know? And I'm over here like, oh my god, that's a man. Like, that's a whole ass man, you know? So I would always go to like hopefully see him, and like that's just kind of how the years went by, you know? So what is like crazy is that, so I have a cousin as well, and I don't want to say too much because I just don't want it to go back to the person that I'm over here making a fucking video. Anytime I do story times, guys, I get scared that the person that I'm talking about is gonna know that I'm talking about them, and then they're like, this bitch is over here doing a whole ass story time on me, like, you know? So one of my cousins, who's actually a really close cousin of mine, it's not Judith, it's another cousin of mine, she had like the biggest crush on him, and I had like the biggest crush on him, you know? So I remember that one time he sent her flowers and I was like so sad. I was like, what the fuck? I was like this guy's playing me. Like it's crazy though, because we never got into a relationship, but like I knew he liked me. Like I knew in my heart that he wanted to talk to me, you know? So finally I'm around like 15 years old, 16 at this time. So 5 years have gone by and I've never danced with this guy. It's like he knew que I was like la fruta prohibida, you know, like you don't talk to this girl, you know? So I don't know what it was about him never wanting to talk to me or what, but like we would always, like, he had a girlfriend and like he was just like staring me down like, girl, like it should be you. And then I'd be like, no, it should have been me, you know? But like we would never talk. And I just remember like I used to go home and I used to just lay on my cousin's bed, like my other cousins from Mexico, and just be like why didn't he ask me to dance? Or like why didn't he just like talk to me? Like why, you know? Like it was just, I would always like think about those things and I'm like, why did he not fucking talk to me? So then obviously as I got older, we finally started getting like to the point where like he started finally communicating with me, you know? So I'm 15 years old now, and then he starts like flirting with me, and then he's like, okay, you know, like in Mexico, like if like there's a boy like viene a platicar contigo. So then he asked me like, do you think I can come and platicar contigo? And I was like, I wish, but my mom will beat my ass. Like my mom, you guys don't know, guys, my mom was crazy. Like my mom, she's still crazy, you know? I am almost 30 and my mom is still telling me what to do. Okay, so I was like, my mom's gonna like beat my ass, you know, she's gonna be so mad. So I went to the tiendita again, to the corner store, to go talk to him. So like at this point he's just like, ay, like quiero platicar contigo, like all this stuff, you know. He started like mouthpiecing me and like telling me like how cute I was and all this stuff, and I was like, I know, you know. So it was just super cute. I'm like over here laughing, I'm over here smiling like it's the first time, you know. Like it was just cute. It's like those little stages of like when you're in a relationship that are like cute, you know. So then we go to the tienda, and then I'm like literally, okay, so I'm at the tienda, and then when we're like talking, one of my fucking chismosa ass cousins, okay, because that's the fucking thing that I hate about Mexico, guys, okay. I don't know if it's like this in your rancho, but like all your cousins are your friends when you're there, and then you leave and then they talk shit about you, and then I'm like, I thought we were cool, like I thought we were friends, you know. So one of my cousins got there and nothing said, like nothing happens, blah blah blah, like, and I didn't do anything. I didn't even like really talk to this guy like that, you know what I mean. Like we would talk and he would just be like, ay, ¿cómo estás? Blah, blah, like, you know, like when, you know, when you're walking, you're like, then I'm like, I'm not a fucking dog, bitch, you know. Like it was like cute like that. So then he's finally talking to me, and then he's like, I like, that's when he was asking me like, I want to talk to you, like I want to, like, you know, like I don't know what it is about guys, but they want to like get married with you like the next day, you know. So then he was like telling me all this stuff. So then my chismosa ass cousin fucking sees us, right? So then I end up leaving like that following week, and I was telling him like, I'm so sad that we're not gonna be able to like talk and stuff because like I leave next week. And then he was like, oh, okay, pues está bien, don't worry about it. So then tell me why I leave, and then I swear, guys, I was like the talk of the fucking rancho for a whole ass month. My mom was like, Blanca, like, me habló tu tía que andabas agasajándote con un muchacho en la tiendita. I was like, agasajándose? You guys know what agasajándose means? Like they were literally saying that he was over there like manoseándome. Like I was like making out with this guy, or like he was fucking touching me where he wasn't supposed to. I was shook. I was like, what kind of girl do you think I am? Like, first of all, I would never, okay, and especially in public, PDA, that is not me. I don't even hold hands with Ulises, and he's my husband, okay, like in public. I mean, we hold hands, that was exaggerating, but like, I don't kiss my man. Like, ask my friends and Yvette, anybody around me, like, it's rare when I'm like on top of Ulises or like kissing him or hugging him. Like, I'm very, very affectionate when it's me and my husband in our own time, but PDA, like public display of affection, never. So I was like, I would not be doing that, you know. My mom was so fucking pissed at me. She was like your cousins are talking about you. And like, I feel like as I got older, this is why I hated like going to Mexico and having my cousins talking about me like later on, because I was always being talked about every time I fucking left. Like it was always some type of chisme, you know. So then I just remember like my one and only chance that I had with this guy, like nothing even happened, and then they were talking about me. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, what do I do? Like, how do I make my mom believe me that nothing happened? So then she completely like forbid me of talking to this guy at this point. So I was like, I didn't even get a chance to like be his fucking girlfriend or like platicar con él, and I'm already like forbidden to talk to him, you know. So then years pass by, and I still go like obviously every year, and I'm around 16 at this time, 17, and I'm in high school now, obviously, like, you know, I'm a whole ass woman now. Like, she got chichis and everything, okay, like she's a whole ass woman now. So I go to Mexico, and then I find out that he's dating one of my cousins, okay. So then I was like why? I was like, how could you do this to me? But mind you, everybody in the rancho is my cousin. So I was just like, I mean, it was bound to happen, but I was just so shook. I was like, what do I do now? I was like, I can't even look at you because that's my cousin's man now at this point, you know. Like, this is just weird. Like, I can't even look, you know. So I find out that they're gonna get married, and then I was like, you know, like those moments when you knew that you had a whole ass like relationship in your head, but it never happened, but you knew that it was just meant to happen. So then I find out that they're gonna get married, and I am so sad, guys. I'm like, oh my god, like he fucking is married my cousin, my fucking cousin. And it's not the cousin that I told you guys that had a crush on him. This was another cousin. So I'm so sad. I'm like, you know, like telling one of my other cousins from my mom's side of the family, like, oh my god, like why would he get married? Like, what happened? Like, I didn't even have a chance, like nothing, you know. So then this is where the dramatic part happens, okay. So you know how I told you guys that every time he would talk to me with his eyes, like he would just talk to me. So he saw me, right? And I swear to God, guys, like when he saw me that I went, because it was like a spontaneous trip. I don't think he knew that we were gonna be there around that time. So when he saw me, he was just like kind of looking at me like oh shit. Like I feel like he told me like, I'm gonna get married and I'm sorry. Like he told me I'm gonna get married and I'm sorry, you know? And I was like, in my head, I'm just like, I know. Like imagine he never even liked me and I'm over here thinking that I was like in love and he was in love with me. But I knew. Girls know. We fucking know, okay? So he literally looked at me like, I'm gonna get married and I'm sorry, you know? So then in my head, I forgave him. In my head, I was like, it's okay. So then I told my other cousin, I was like, I am going to go. I was like, I'm gonna go to the fucking wedding, you know? I'm gonna be like, alto, nadie se casa aquí, you know? Like, just kidding. So I was just like, I'm gonna go in there and I'm just gonna, you know, wish him well and like tell him that congratulations, you know? Like in my head, like I just planned this whole ass fucking plot in my head of what I was gonna do. So we were gonna be leaving so when we got there, so all of this happened and like we only went for 2 weeks this time around, so we were approaching like the final week, right? So my cousin was already gonna get married, blah blah. She got married on a Sunday and I was gonna be leaving that morning, so we had to like actually leave to Guadalajara. We stayed there to go to the airport early in the morning. So then you know, we're leaving. So then I told my mom, I was like, I want to go to the church. And then my mom's like, why are you gonna go to the church? She knew that I had a crush on him, so I know. She was like, why do you want to go to the church? And then I was like, I just want to go to the church. I just was like, I want to see him, like I want to see him get married, you know? And then she was like, no. She was like, for what, blah blah blah. And then I said, just let me go to the damn church, you know? So then I got a cute dress on and then I went to the church and I pull up with my cousin and we were just standing there. So then the groom obviously like gets there first, right? So then as I'm standing there, so the way that the plaza is set up is we have like a little church and we actually don't even have a plaza, like it's that small, but we call it a little placita. So there's like a little placita and there's a church and there's like these little benches that you can sit on the side. So like I'm just sitting there like with my little chonguito and I'm just sitting there like waiting for the groom to get there, because obviously the groom gets there first and then the bride. So then as he gets off the car, immediately locks eyes with me, okay? We lock eyes and then like I look at him and then I kind of like look down like I'm disappointed, you know, but then I look up like, it's okay though, I'm proud, like go marry my cousin. So then, you know, he's like looking at me like, I swear guys, and he was güerito, like he's like güerito, like he had colored eyes, like oops, I'm saying too much. So he had colored eyes. So then he like turns red, like red, and then my cousin's like, oh my god, Blanca, like stop being disrespectful, like here, you know, he's about to get married, you know? So then I was like, oh my god, you're right, because like I wasn't going in there to have like bad intentions, okay? Like this guy's getting married, you know, like to my cousin. So like of course I'm not gonna do anything, you know what I mean? Like that's if I didn't do it in like years, it was just like those things that you're just like, you can't avoid, you don't know, like, you know? So like I'm just there and then I'm like wondering, I'm like contemplating my whole life and I'm just like, you're really getting married, huh? Like you're really getting married. So as he's getting married, well, as he's going into the church, like, you know, we just kind of lock eyes and then at this point I was like, you know what, I just need to go. Maybe dramatic, I just need to go because I can't see this anymore, like I just don't want to be here anymore. I definitely didn't want to be there like while they're like saying their bells and like I do or anything like that, like that's just awkward, you know? And mind you, like I said, nothing was ever going on, guys. Like we were never in a relationship or anything, like there was like obviously no, it was just all like kind of like emotional, like you were just kind of like there, like I don't know. That's why I told you guys that it felt like a telenovela, because you know how like there's those couples that it's like, you know, they belong together but then they didn't end up together, you know? But realistically guys, like there was nothing ever like physically, emotionally there. It was just all very like very flirtatious, you know? So I was like, I just have to go. So then I just remember, like I was telling Yvette, I was like, I just remember like my hair blowing, like Rosa de Guadalupe vibes, and I just leave and then like I see him go in and then he just kind of turns and then I get in my car and then I'm just like sad, like I look out the window and I leave, you know, like because my mom pulled up, you know, like I'm making it sound way more dramatic, but my mom pulled up because we were about to leave to the airport. So then I was just like, okay, like let me just leave, I told her pick me up from the church, you know? So like she pulls up right in front of the church and then like I'm saying bye to my cousins and then he's seeing that I'm leaving and like he's obviously gonna go get married. So then I get in the car and then I just look out the window and then I was just like, you know. Not really though, but that was my story, guys. That is literally my story. He fucking got married and nothing ever happened. Like, it was just all in my fucking brain. Like, it was all just like this romance of nothing. But it's crazy because obviously after, you know, they're married and stuff, I obviously don't know. I don't know what ended up happening. I know that they have kids together now and all that stuff. She was never like a close cousin of mine or anything. It was very like, she wasn't even like my cousin. She was like second cousin. Super like not, I mean, we, like, I can't even say cousin because everybody's your cousin in Mexico. So she was just like somebody from the family, you know? And I just remember that I actually ran into Facebook. So the reason why I started the story time is because I shared it with Yvette and Karina, because I was on Facebook and then I saw that he was on Facebook. Like, you know, when you're on Facebook and then it like recommends people. So I have a lot of my cousins on like my personal Facebook. So I don't have a personal Facebook, but to have my fan page Facebook, the one that is like an actual page where you can like and follow, I have to have like a personal one. But I don't post on that or anything. It's completely empty, but people still request me. So Facebook recommended me his Facebook, and I hadn't seen him in hella long. So I'm like, I look and I'm lurking and I'm just like looking through his profile, and like, you know, he has kids and everything and looks like he's happily married. I don't know, I didn't ask my mom or anything, but I'm just looking and I'm like, I mean, I know looks aren't everything, guys, I promise, but thank God I didn't end up with him, because I was just like, boy, like, you do not look like how you did when we were dating, you know? Like, well, we weren't dating, me dating in my head, when we were like dating in our brains, you know? Like, I was just thinking like, you know, like, hey, like, everything happens for a reason. Like I said, I'm sure he's a great man and everything, but it was just funny that I saw his Facebook page and I was like lurking, you know, like 20 years later, and I'm over there looking like, oh my God, like, what is he doing? What does he look like? Like, what do his kids look like? You know, like, how's everybody? Like, they're cute. He has, you know, cute kids and everything. Like, they look just like him. I feel like his son looks identical to him when he was younger, but obviously now he's just older and stuff, you know. But yeah, that was my story time. That was my guy that I always say, the one that got away. And it was cute. It was cute, and I feel like it was such an amazing time of my childhood. You know, being in Mexico and having something to look forward to and just having those little like vibes. I feel like it's those little moments of like being so young and youthful and stuff, and like going through those little things that you don't realize that are just cute and so innocent, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I miss just being young like that, like a little girl, and just like living freely and all this stuff. But I hope my story time was cute. I hope I didn't disappoint you guys with the one that got away, but I just wanted to share with you guys my fling that I had in my brain. So I have obviously like a lot of story times. I feel like I always think about my story times and them having to be like super dramatic and stuff, but I want to start sharing a lot of the story times that I did go through when I was younger, like stuff like that. Me and Karina are actually going to share a story time with you guys that happened a couple of years ago, and I know a lot of you guys have always heard me say that I've been jumped before, and that, you know, I've had problems with girls and I've gotten into fights and stuff like that. So it's totally not even something you guys are used to, because I don't like to talk about those things, you know, or any of that stuff. Same thing with like boyfriends and stuff like that. Like a lot of you guys I know found me because of my ex-boyfriend cheated on me story time, because I still get questions still this day. I get DMs all the time about that story time, and I feel like I love that you guys enjoy that type of content, because I love sharing shit. I love sharing like story times like that with you guys. So let me know if you guys want to keep hearing them. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, make sure you guys give this video a huge thumbs up. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Please let me know in the comments below. Blow me up and tell me what story times you guys want me, what type of videos you guys want me to post. But if you guys are up for more story times, I am more than happy to share them with you. I have that one, the one of me and Karina, where, well, so me and Karina actually got in a fight at the club, and I told her if she was okay with us talking about it, and she was totally fine. So I was like, okay, let's, because we've actually never shared this story time with anybody, but I told her if she was down, and she said yes, so we can do that one. I also have like story times of like me just in relationships I told you guys that I've only had one serious relationship other than Ulises, but I've obviously talked to guys. Like I've dated guys. So I have a couple stories about some guys that I've like dated and stuff like that. I have story times of like me in school and like just going through drama, like stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I would love to be a lot more open with you guys. I know that for a long time I was super open with you, everything that I was sharing with you guys. I didn't give a fuck, I didn't care. I had like literally no filter. Then I started just kind of like being cautious about what I was posting on the internet. But like I said, I'm like in a different state of mind, guys, now. Like I'm in such a like peaceful just time in my life where I just feel like I just want to live freely and share, you know, everything with you guys, and back to like how I felt when I first met you guys. And yeah, I'm like totally like loving the vibe that I'm living with right now. So I hope you guys can feel the energy, because I'm just super excited for more story times to come. But I'm just rambling now. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on my next one. Love you guys.